Alrighty, hello from the mud pit. It went from the ice skating rink to the mud pit. I am sinking. This, if you're a farmer, you know this, you feel this pain. You feel it. You know it's awful. I'm sinking. I'm leaving my own footprints. It's awful. Hi, turkey. But it is part and parcel of the deal. So I thought I'd come out on a day where it isn't sunny and bright, and you can see that our pond isn't quite as fluorescent green as it looked the last time. It's actually opened up quite a bit more. The last time we took a look at it, the channels in the ice were a little bit thin. They looked kind of, just like stripes. This hole, you could still see a lot of ice in it, a lot of ice chunks. There was a ton of debris starting to stick up. There still is down at the end. The turkeys are following me. But the ice is pulled back quite a bit. Unfortunately, we're going to get down below freezing again tonight and probably ongoing for a while yet. So now the hope is that despite the fact that we still have some ice, despite the fact that we are running what I'll call, hopeful with the pond, right? We've got some big open spaces. We've even got some reflections happening, which is nice. It's not ideal yet, and I think we're going to see these holes kind of freeze up and close up again. I'm just hoping they stay more open than they were a few weeks ago when it was pretty dicey. We made it through though, so I can't complain. I love the fact that our guinea is just completely integrated with the turkey. That's her fam. You can't even see her. She's hiding behind the toms. But this is her family. And because they're so friendly, right, and they're so up in my grill, so is she becoming that way, which is unusual. I know some of you are going to tell me you have guineas that are your best friends and they roost on your shoulder and all that. But I did not raise her from a keet. I raised her, I got her when she was about 7 weeks old, so she was much older than keet. And they're typically very wary of people, new things, etc. So I kind of like the fact that she's quite comfortable within her mass of toms. I guess, I'd be, if I was surrounded by big boys, I'd be happy too, right? And she'll come right up to me along with them, and that's kind of fun. So we're enjoying that. Glad she hasn't decided to fly the coop. The ducks, let's take a walk over there and I'll show you. I've showed you once before, but we were still pretty icy, what the ducks are doing to this place while the ground is soft. This is a bit of a channel for overflow. However, this was not. None of these big divots and channels and puddles existed before the winter. All of this, all these dead spots and deep holes are being created as we speak by my duckies. Jerks. We will fix it. We will grade everything out, of course. We do every season. We know what's going to happen. But they're just digging away. And they're digging for, worms and grubs and whatever else is living there. And they're quite content to feed from that. And when the ground is soft, as you saw with my mud puddles, they can do damage pretty quick. The geese don't start the damage, which is always interesting, but they will help themselves out. So the ducks are much more omnivorous. They will eat a lot of things, right? And a lot of protein, meat, etc., right? They'll eat the tadpoles. They'll even eat baby frogs. They'll eat any bugs and grubs they can find. Geese are much more herbivorous. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Someone will correct me if I'm not. And they will typically only eat the grasses, the shoots, and things that are, growing in the yard. weeds and everything, but they will rip out big chunks of grass. So while the ducks are tearing up the ground, they're also tearing up seeds and grasses and, you know, all the lovely things that we want to come back and grow in in the spring. And the geese are just marching behind them and taking advantage of that and eating what they're tearing up. Thankfully, because we let this place go pretty natural, stuff will grow back and cover all this up. We will roll it out and, like I said, flatten it and grade it before everything starts to grow. Mud season has really just started. We've got a long way to go. And so we'll fix it all, and then it'll be great for spring and summer, and then they will destroy it again next year. So that's what's going on here. See how much more water they have, and with the rain that we're expecting, they're going to get even more water. And then y'all need to pray for me that we don't get any more ice. I've got plenty of ice on the pond. I don't need any more ice on the pond. So let's hope for a lot of water that doesn't freeze up, and then we'll just have to wait for the existing ice to continue to melt. It is melting, but it's going to stop doing that shortly. So anyway, I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. I hope nobody's digging holes in your yard. I hope your life is full of fluffy butt chickens like mine. Look at her. Look at the size of her tushy. She's got a big old tush. I love the Cochins. They're great. They're so much fun. Oh, and there's a duck photo bomb for you. There you go. There's the chicken butt I was waiting for. All right. Y'all have a good one. I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.